here with you today to do a 15-minute flow to prepare you to move into my probably my favorite shape in all of yoga in the terms of asana practice, and that's a compass pose. Compass pose is a really big hip opener. It is opening through the back of the body, the hamstrings, as well as the front of the body. It's also a really big heart and shoulder opener too. So there's a lot going on with it, but I probably love it so much because it feels like channeling that energy of the sun. It's bright, it's vibrant, and I'm really excited to flow with you today into that shape. I encourage you to really work from where you are. I'm going to offer a lot of modifications, a lot of different approaches to the shapes. You can use props if you'd like to. So let this practice meet you where you are rather than the other way around. Let it not be about like getting into the pose so much as being in a space of exploration, of curiosity and play. All right? And my cat is apparently going to join us. We'll see if she sticks around. So we're going to start in child's pose. So just bring your big toes together. Go ahead and take your knees out a little extra wide. And let your chest and your head fall down to the ground. And as you rest here, take a few deep breaths in through your nose, out of your mouth, just to kind of clear your space. And then you'll begin your Ujjayi breath, bringing your lips together. Start to breathe in and out through your nose. Balanced, steady flow. Walk your arms over to the left side of your yoga mat. Take a long stretch through the side of your body. You'll begin to hug your belly in, connecting to your core. Uddiyana Bandha, we call it. This kind of core lock. It's going to support your body and your breath as you move through. And when you're ready, walk your arms over to the opposite side of your mat, just opening through that lateral line. And back through center, extend out your arms. You could tense your fingers if you'd like to. Open to your lats, back of your body. And then plant your hands. You're gonna come forward into a really loungy up dog. So just bring your weight into your hands. Stay buoyant through your elbows. Your knees can stay down. Roll your shoulders back and use that connection to your core to lift up your heart. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, press back into your child's pose. Hips back, head low. You'll flow a bit on your inhale forward into that loungy upward facing dog. And on your exhale, back into your child's pose. About 3 more times. Go at your own flow. Just remember staying easy in your shoulders, neck and jaw. 2 more. If it feels okay, you're welcome to lift your toes, turn it into a swan pose. It's totally up to you. Good, last one each way, forward as you breathe in. Remember, easy elbows, smooth breath. Back as you breathe out. From here, downward facing dog, tuck your toes and lift up your hips. Or if you prefer, you can just stay in your child's pose. Pedal it out a little bit. Make sure your neck is long and free. You can shake your head if you like. Right leg to the side as you breathe in. Bend your knee, open your hip. You're going to roll it around if you like. And like I mentioned, compass pose, definitely a bit of a hip opener here. Other side, when you're ready, switch legs. Left leg high, bend and open. Making sure that you're staying connected powerfully to your hands. Really root into the earth. Strong standing legs so that you can be in that lift through your hips, through your left knee. Good, one more breath. And then feet to your hands at the top of your mat, coming into a ragdoll pose. You can keep your feet hips width distance or even a little wider. Soften through your knees and bow over your thighs. Dangle, sway, and swing. You can tuck your chin to lengthen through your neck. Clasp your hands at your lower back, open through your shoulders. It's a good idea here. If things are feeling tight, to use a strap or a towel in between your hands, a little wider. Take one more breath. And release it all out. Maybe a sigh or roar. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Pull your heart forward. Your hands could also be on your shins. Bow as you breathe out. When you're ready, roll yourself up to stand, staying soft in the knees. Reach up and overhead. And connect your hands together over your heart. Close your eyes for a few moments. Just feel that you are here. And let it be enough. Like, I know that we're working towards a shape, but work towards here and now. And the shape will happen naturally, organically. On your inhale, reach up. And on your exhale, bow down the length of your legs. Take a halfway lift as you breathe in, hands to shins or blocks or floor. From here, you're going to step your left leg back into a lunge, back knee to the ground to begin. I would recommend keeping your back toes tucked. You can keep your hands down on props or floor. You could bring them up to your front knee. And if you're feeling like you're ready for it, you could reach your arms all the way up and over your head. But regardless of where you've chosen to be, start to really pull in your low belly, hug your hips together, so you're creating this powerful foundation from which to rise, from which to build. If you're feeling wobbly, check out your stance. If it's narrow, go wider, more like you're on railroad tracks than a tightrope. You could pull energy up the sides of your body. You could even take your gaze up, one more inhale. And then bring your hands down to the ground or your blocks and straighten your front leg. Let your hips shift back. So you're coming into a half split. And you'll want to notice if your hips sink down, go ahead and see if you can lift them up, almost like a downward dog. So you want to stay active in the foundation that we're creating. We're building on that foundation as we go. And roll your ankle, point flex your foot. And then you're just going to flow a couple of times. So as you inhale, you'll come forward into your lunge. And as you exhale, you'll press it back into that half split. And as you inhale forward, if you'd like, you can reach all the way up. And as you exhale, let your arms fall back down to ground. About 3 more, moving at your own pace. Forward and up on your inhale. And back as you exhale to challenge your core. You might flow your arms. 2 more times. Let your breath lead the way. Right, smooth, steady, complete breath. Good. We'll meet on the rise. A big inhale. Reach up, look up. Downward facing dog. Hands to the earth, step it back. Shake out your head, pedal out your feet. On your inhale, roll it forward into your plank. You can always drop your knees to a table. And as you exhale, you're going to lower your body all the way down to the ground. Take a moment in the pause just to kind of reorient yourself if you need to. And then from here, you're coming into a locust pose. So take your arms back along your sides. You can clasp your hands, but you don't have to. But if it feels okay, you're welcome to. Pull your belly off the floor and use your core to lift your body up. Notice that I'm trying to keep a really long neck here. You don't want to be like jutting your chin forward. It's not friendly on your breath or your neck. So we're looking for a quality of ease. 2 more breaths here. Just lifting up, active. And then when you're ready, drop it down, press back into your child's pose. Hips to heels, long through your sides. With your next inhale, come forward into that loungy up dog or your swan. If you lift your toes, you're welcome to. Downward facing dog, hips high, head low. Shake it out, reset. On your next inhale, extend your right leg towards the sun. Bend your knee, open it up, just a breath or 2. Re-extend your leg. When you're ready, on exhale, you'll step your right foot forward between your hands, coming into a runner's lunge. From here, you'll go ahead and spin your back heel flat to your mat. So you want to create that foundation. From foundation, warrior 2. Rise on up. And in your warrior 2, balance the work of your legs, of your lower half, right? That steady, strong feeling with just awareness of ease along your heart space, your shoulders. We call this quality Sthira Sukha. It means like strong and steady and easeful, balanced. I've heard Sthita Sukha described as almost like good space, like you're creating a good space for yourself. So lean into your warrior two, invite the shakes, the trembles, the heat. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior, take it up and back, heart high. Into a side angle pose. You could bring your right forearm to your thigh if you'd like to. You could take your left arm up, overhead. If you prefer, you can work with your right hand on a block or the floor. Really extend through the side of your body. Get super long, nice and open. On your next exhale, bring your left hand down to the ground to square off your hips. If you'd like to, you can drop your back knee. You're going to take a twist. So your left hand under your shoulder, spin your chest to the right and reach up. Big breaths, big breaths. One more. Good, now listen, on your exhale, bring your hands to the ground. Shift your weight into your front leg and lift your back leg. You're coming to standing needle. Your hands can be on blocks if you'd like to, or they can be alongside your front foot. Begin to bow your chest over your leg. And usually in standing needle, we work like, square hip, straight legs. But since we're coming into compass today, go ahead and just bend your left knee and roll your hip open, just like you did in down dog. You're basically in compass pose upside down right now. This is what it is. Take a few breaths. And then on your exhale, forward fold, 2 feet to the ground, dangle, shake it out. Take a halfway lift on an inhale. Bow as you exhale, you might sigh. Roll yourself all the way up to stand, easy knees, reach up. Hand to hand over heart, take that moment of pause. To reconnect, feel the earth beneath you, sky above you, breath within you. On your inhale, reach up. On your exhale, fold. Lengthen as you breathe in. And you're going to step your right foot back into that low lunge. So your back knee is coming to the ground. You are welcome to keep your hands down. Bring them to your front knee. Or when you're ready, reach up. And so it's just like varying levels of intensity, and you get to choose, right? And if you're not sure, keep checking in with your breath. If it's complete, if it's smooth, right? If it's easeful, if it's powerful and present, then you're in a good place. But if your breath is held and tight, that's usually just a sign to walk yourself back a little bit. That's all. That's how you start to create that balanced place. Take one more inhale in the lift of your heart. And as you exhale, bring your hands down and straighten your front leg, coming into that half split. So you're shifting your hips back. And walk your hands back or bring your blocks back with you. Roll your ankle around, point and flex your foot. And then just flow a few times. So forward as you inhale into your lunge, heart stays lifted. Back as you exhale. Mindful that your hips kind of stay in that lifted place. Forward as you inhale, you're welcome to reach up. And back as you exhale, you're welcome to float your arms, a little more core work. 3 more times. And as always, breath is leading the way. Last one each way. We'll meet on the rise. Lift up your heart, reach up and look up. Downward dog. Ground your hands, step it back, pedal it out, shimmy it out. High plank or table as you breathe in, knees up or down. Lower your body all the way to the ground. You're gonna come into that locust pose. You can reach back, you can clasp your hands, shoulders back, nice and open. Keep checking your neck, right? You might tuck your chin, stay long, 2 more breaths. Child's pose. Press it back, drop your head. On your inhale, come on forward, heart lifted, that loungy up dog or swan. Downward facing dog. Make your way back. Here we go. Take your left leg to the sky, bend your knee and open it up. When you're ready, step left foot forward between your hands into a runner's lunge. So you're creating foundation from the beginning. Spin your back heel flat. Once you feel steady and supported, warrior two, rise on up to stand. And so you just want to find that place, right, where your feet can be rooted, where your two legs can be working equally and evenly, and yet you have that support so your upper body can be free, so your breath can be free. Right? In Ayurveda, it's referred to as sattva, or a sattvic place, a peaceful place. With your front palm, reverse your warrior as you inhale. Come into your side angle, either your forearm to your thigh and your right arm to the sky, or if you want to go a little deeper, left hand to floor or block. Extend your top arm over your head, from fingertips to toes, lengthen out. And as you exhale, square off your hips. Welcome to drop your back knee if you need a little more support. You're taking a twist to the left, lunge twist, left arm high. Good, belly in, like wings from finger to finger. Side, and from here, you're gonna bring your hand down to the ground. Bring your weight into your front foot, standing needle pose. Here we go. So this is basically you starting to play in the shape of compass. Once you drop your head and chest, you're going to bend your right knee and start to roll your hip open. This is compass pose upside down. Actually, sometimes it's called inverted compass. You can even reach one of your hands up and grab your foot. Take just another breath. 2 feet to the floor, ragdoll, dangle, shake it out. Halfway lift on your inhale. Deep fold as you exhale. Rise all the way up to stand, reach up and overhead. Bring hand to hand over your heart. Close your eyes. Be here now. On inhale, reach high. On your exhale, fold. Take a halfway lift and come on into a seat all the way down. And give yourself just a moment in your seat, just to sit. Just to sit on the ground. And if you need a blanket or something to sit on, grab that. It's going to make you more comfortable by all means. And so from here, like taking with you all that you've practiced so far, this idea of foundation right within you and beneath you so that you can keep your spine lifted and your heart open. We want to bring those elements with us as we move into our compass pose. We need them, right? So that we can open and be free. So starting from your seat, you're just going to pick up your right leg. And you can have hand to knee, hand to foot. If that feels okay, you can rock around a little, massage your sit bone onto the ground. And as you sit here, just mindful that you're keeping that lift, right? Like there's a string connecting your heart to heaven, right? Like all the way up. If you want to go deeper, you can wrap your forearms around your shin like you're cradling a baby or a kitty cat. I sometimes cradle my cat when she asks for it. Very furry baby. But if you want to take it a little further from here, if this is feeling good and you're getting those signals from your body and your breath that you can take it deeper, you can go ahead and take your left hand and bring it just to the outside of your right foot. So like that pinky toe side. From here, the idea is to get your right knee behind your right shoulder. And so you might just start to kind of move your knee in that direction. You can stay and work the movement if this is new for you. Or you can take your right hand and start to bring it to the inside of your right foot, of your right leg. And you can stay and work from here, or you can kind of use your right hand to move your right knee back behind your right shoulder. And again, like you might just work the movement. Like this might feel really weird. So you work the movement a little bit. Introduce your body to the idea. Once your body says go for it, you can go ahead and place your right knee behind your right shoulder. Right hand's gonna come to the ground like a kickstand. You can stay and work from here, or if your breath is smooth and steady, or if you're in that balanced place, go ahead and start to straighten your right leg by kicking your foot into your hand. And now mindful that when you kick, you don't want to keep your chest dipped down. You want to start to pull your chest up towards the sun. Just like that up dog, just like that swan, nice and open, lifted heart. can look up if it feels okay on your neck. Stay easy in the shape, soften your shoulders. Good, one more big breath, wherever you are. And then when you're ready, you want to take your time to come out. You want to just like flop out of these poses. So step by step, walk yourself out. Bring yourself back into your seat. Take a moment just in your seat, just to sit up tall and breathe. Let the experience of your experience wash over you. And then just beginning with a clean slate, whatever happened, didn't happen on the other side, irrelevant, you're just gonna sit up nice and tall and pick up your left leg. Either hands to knee and ankle, so you can just rock a little from there. Or if you've got that long and lifted spine, your breath is easeful, smooth and steady, you can take your forearms and cradle your shin. Keep rocking, keep pulling up through the center of your heart, center of your crown. You can take it one step deeper from here if you'd like to. From here, you'll just take your right hand and bring it to the outside of your left foot. So right hand to the outside of your left foot, top of your foot. Fingers are gonna wrap around that pinky toe side of your foot. And your left hand's gonna come to the inside of your leg. This might feel real weird. So you might just kind of, play with this. You might just kind of play with the placement and figuring out where's my hands, where's my feet, where's it all go, and just kind of see how that feels in your body. Remember, like wherever you are here. You are in the practice of yoga, you are in a practice of curiosity and play, and that's compass pose. So if you want to take it one step further from here and it's feeling good, you're going to start working that idea of bringing your left knee behind your left shoulder. So to do that, you might need your right hand, you might just kind of use your foot, you might need your left hand. Depends on how things are feeling. But eventually you're kind of moving your left knee back in that direction of your left shoulder. You can work the movement for a little while just to introduce it to your body. And eventually sneak your left knee behind your shoulder. Your left hand will come back down to the ground like a kickstand if it isn't still there. You can reorient your right hand once again, back, top of your left foot, fingers around the pinky toe edge of your foot. Okay? So from here you stay. You work that lift in your spine. If you notice that you've kind of gotten hunched, lift up, right? Always, always, always back to that Tadasana shape in your spine. From here, take it one more step towards your compass if you'd like by kicking your left foot into your hand, starting to straighten your left leg. As you do so, turn your chest to the sun. So rather than staying hunched, lift up your chest, lift up your gaze. Right? Stay open, spacious. If there's any resistance, if there's any fighting, ease up, ease up. Better to be in that space of Sukha of ease, of balance and peace, than fighting against the tide, okay? But if it's feeling good, surrender into it a little, relax your shoulders, your face. Couple big breaths. Good, one more. And when you're ready, walk yourself out slowly. Start to unwind, bring yourself back down to your seat. Sit up tall. And before you go off into your day, just to balance you out, since you were kind of doing, a little bit of like one side, the other side, you're just gonna sit up and bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall open wide like a diamond. Nice open space in your lap. You can stay seated upright, or you can begin to just walk yourself forward into a little bit of a fold. It's called cobbler pose. You're walking around your spine. You can drop your head. Take a few breaths. Smooth out your breath. Slow it down. Draw it out. Or cool it down a little. And then make your way back up into your seat. Sitting up tall, bring your hands together over your heart. Close your eyes. And just give yourself this moment to be here now, fully connected, grateful for this opportunity to be on your mat in this space of playfulness, of openness, of curiosity. of cultivating a space of balance within yourself, no matter what the shape. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today in this practice. I look forward to seeing you back on your mat very, very